this is the beautiful Hong Kong, but the future of the green economy depends on many things. From our point of view, we are looking at the urban setting as well as the natural setting, and of course including the rural areas, meaning the new territories. And we need to deal with land, sea and air. And one thing that I guess we should all think about, whether we're coming from the perspective of taxpayers and citizens, as well as from business, is, the long journey that Mr. Zhou talked about. It requires continuous investments. It requires continuous investments in hardware and in software and in human capacity building.
I think going forward, both for Hong Kong and also for the entire region, investment has to be both a government and a private sector business activity. And where we see it working most successfully is where the public sector and the private sector is able to communicate well. So the investors have confidence that there will be supportive policy, supportive legislation, that there will be focus of the type that Christine has been talking about. The government will be consistent, there will be reliable policy, there will be long-term thinking. And all of those kind of factors will encourage investors from the private sector to invest in the economy.
A request to some of my friends here in Hong Kong is, what are the big issues for you living here in this amazing city? And it's always top of the line is the buses. Why are they so smelly and some of them really quite old? There was Christine just pointed out exactly what they're targeting here in terms of moving that forward. And we want to have a continued discussion with government in terms of how we can expedite Euro 2, Euro 3 phasing out, given that Euro 1, pre-Euro 1s are pretty much off the road at this time, and how we can further collaborate to make that economically feasible as well.
Last 10 years, more than $1.5 trillion, American dollars that is, has been invested in clean energy projects worldwide. That's in public and private investment. Last year, the figure was about $270 billion worldwide. China is actually the leading country by far in clean energy investment. At more than 25% of the total, $68 billion. The US, at second place, is more than 50% behind the figure for China. So what does that actually mean? Many of the clients we work with in the region, in Hong Kong, are sitting, we say we're sitting at the gateway of China, is actually sitting on a massive opportunity for investment in renewable energy.
Now, we've just completed a connection to the main west to east gas pipeline on the mainland, which now brings us access to a greater amount of natural gas, which is a good thing. The cost of gas is unfortunately more expensive than coal, but also more expensive than our old supply of gas. But if we are to move further ahead, then essentially we do have a limited choice in Hong Kong. Opportunities for renewable energy in Hong Kong are fairly limited. So our choices will come down to a balanced mix of both gas and nuclear power.